Okay, this is going to be just a quick video here. Once again, I said about 2 or 3 videos. I may do more. Um, but one thing that I've noticed, I noticed this a couple days ago, but I wanted to say it here. Um, I think we should be careful about believing anything that comes out of the mouth of Gonzalo Lira, aka Coach Red Pill. Um, this is a guy, of course, who originally got his break from people like Brittany Pettibone, this and that. Back in the day, I would say probably what, like maybe 2015, 2016, something like that. Got involved somehow with the crowd affair bullshit by making these bullshit videos when he was in the UK. Um, how's it going, Captain Nita? How are you? I was gonna say, Coach Red Pill should not be trusted. All right, I'm just gonna put it to you straight up and down. This guy is a deadbeat dad. Um, lived in the UK for a time. Spent a few years in Ukraine, and now is in Ukraine currently. So here's the story of it. So he was in a hotel in Kiev. He was in a hotel in Kiev, kicked out of said hotel, and ends up going east. Let me make sure I have my geography correct here. I want to make sure because he was in Kiev and made his way. I want to make sure the details here. He was in Kiev, made his way, hold on, somehow to Kharkov, Kharkiv, however way you can pronounce it. Let me make sure I got my, Kiev. And let's see here, Lutsk, Lviv, okay, Kiev, Kharkov. I'm trying to see here just to make sure. Why isn't it on this map here? Chernihiv, Chernobyl. I'm trying to see because Kharkov. Why do I not see it on this map? Oh yeah. Okay. So how is this? So he went east, and that is correct. He went east to Kharkov. How does a guy who got kicked out of a nice hotel in Kiev make it all the way to Kharkov? Yeah, Coach Sexpat, absolutely. Yeah, he's like I say, just a deadbeat loser. And people are taking him seriously. This is something that's happened to him for a long time. He is an eternal grifter. He is one of these guys who just he's been treated as this expert on various stuff. And like I say, when you start quoting Gonzalo Lira as a legit guy, something's wrong with you. I'm just going to tell you that right now. On hyperinflation, holy shit, yeah. Yeah, the rise and fall of Coach Red Pill from internet dad to what? Hold on. Like I say, I take him with a huge grain of salt. I'm sure y'all are probably hearing that audio. Sorry about that. Mini documentary on Valzak Entertainment. Yeah, from internet dad to psycho. Exactly. I mean, this guy's nuts. Yeah. you know, I think that people like this should be seen as a danger. That you give him that level of credit. You're just like, no, man, you shouldn't be doing that. I'll be honest with you. I'll be dead honest. Why would you give him that much credit? You not give people like like him that much credit. You just shouldn't. Don't drink alcohol as bad as cocaine. Handle your booze. Read everything 50 pages a day. Yeah. I did all these things. Gonzalo advice. Yeah. And I was a millionaire at 41. My goal was 40, but I missed 50K. Not bad. It took 18 years of hard work, scrimping, saving, and sacrifice, and sticking to the master plan, but I did it. Anyone can do it. God damn. I was lucky enough to have older guys around me that preach this stuff. I didn't go to college. I ran my business. Oh, geez. This is just, absolute scam shit. And now he's trying to make himself legitimate. Yeah, his advice is all over the place. He claims to be a right-wing trad, then talks about how to have a mistress, internet dad. I mean, that's the whole thing, man. If you're really taking advice from Coach Red Pill, a guy who, like I say, is a deadbeat dad. Let's not forget this. He had kids with a woman, abandoned her. This is not, like I say, feel as you want to about him. But with all the bullshit that happened with Ethan and Ralph and all this sort of thing, yeah. Grant Cardone. 10 cents become millionaire, gone sexual. Yeah, I've heard of him, but I never really paid attention. Yeah, that's for the best. That is for the best. You haven't paid attention to Temujin. He is a cringe grifter who goes from this to that. I would ask that nigga point blank to be like, I remember when you were on Ethan Ralph and shit like that. It's just ridiculous to me that people would take him seriously. So, like I say, there's a lot of shit that's going on in Ukraine and Russia. A lot of narratives have come out. Of course, there is a apparently what I was reading is basically a stand where you are order. Basically not one step back. So, Ukraine is getting serious now. And I think there's a lot of cope that can be said on all sides. And I'm just trying to observe it from a distance and try to read through the bullshit. But when I saw somebody retweet a video of Coach Red Pill, who, like I say, all you have to do is ask yourself this question. He was in a hotel in Kiev saying, oh, the bombings aren't that bad in Kiev, this and that. Oh, look at it. At a nice hotel. He was kicked out of said hotel because they claimed that he was pushing Putin, Russian propaganda. And he flees, not to Poland, not to anywhere else, but he flees. He goes to Kharkov. How do you, as an American, or whatever the hell he is at this point, how do you, as a Westerner, I'll be out there in a moment, don't worry. Just give me a moment, okay? Thank you. How do you make it from Kiev all the way east, near the Russian border, to Kharkiv? And like I say, let me make sure here. Let me make sure I saw that right with Russians with attitude. Let me see here, because that's the source that I found that on. They retweeted something by that, and I said to myself, I'm like, what? What is going on with this? Let's take a look here. Yeah, his video about criminals running wild in Kiev went viral. Now he's telling the rest of his story about anarchy in the capital of Ukraine after the government handed out guns. Let me make sure I read this correctly. So he was in Kiev. U.S. expat from Ukraine says there are robberies, rapes, and gang violence and calls Zelensky an insane regime. I saw a mushroom fireball, a blast wave hit me. Gonzalo Lira on Russian airstrikes in Kharkov. So hold on. Let's take a few steps back here. And let's try to, I hate to be a debunker, but let's ask some questions here. Okay. Video about criminals running wild in Kiev went viral. And then this next tweet from this Clint Ehrlich guy, I think who I'm following, unironically, says, I saw a mushroom fireball, a blast wave hit me on Russian strikes in Kharkov. I corroborated Mr. Lira's story by having him show me the view from his window where the smoldering aftermath of the Russian attack was still visible. Okay. How do you make it from Kiev, the capital, going east, yes, towards the Russian border, to Kharkov? How do you do that? Or did he flee from the other direct? Like I said, a lot of this is not, Zoomer hyperborean youth cult win. Yeah, exactly. British and Chilean, two gay retards fighting, exactly. KNT, this is, Temujin, he had some E drama with Kraut and T, if you're ancient enough to remember that. Exactly. But this is the whole thing, isn't it? When you realize that these old grifters, people like him, are being given a platform, you have to say to yourself, why? Why is that? So I'm going to be very, very careful, as I've tried to be. Be very careful about what I put up in terms of this Russian-Ukraine conflict, because I think you got to be careful. You got to be careful, especially now. A lot of shit is happening. I do think ultimately the Russians will win, but it's just a matter of, I'd rather be in Kiev because the deep subway tunnels. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, next year would be Bad Empanada covering Taiwan getting nuked. Oh yeah, is he in Taiwan now? Hold on, huh? I thought he was in not Brazil, in Argentina, which is that is so ironic, isn't it? It's ironic that Bad Empanada, another that guy is fucking nuts. By the way, that guy is nuts. Bad Empanada, an Australian expat decides to go to Argentina, makes a video praising Perón, somebody who would be considered right wing in most views. Like I say, feel as you want to about him. I'm not going to sit here and judge you, but it's funny to me how he calls himself a leftist and hates America and all this sort of thing. But then he's like, I actually, I'm going to praise Perón. It's like, you're not going to talk about Perón getting the pulqui and all that sort of thing. By the way, the pulqui is the was the aircraft that was pretty much a copy of Nazi stuff. Yeah, Bo the Fifth Column, expats, Lebanon, making a YouTube video for Hezbollah. Yeah, from Hezbollah prison. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. But I think I'm going to end it here. I just want to make sure here. When you take advice or when you take testimony or whatever you want to call this, take reporting from Coach Red Pill, you have to say to yourself, yeah, no, that's my take on it. I think he praises Perón because all the parties there do. Oh, okay. Okay. That probably makes sense. Yeah. He just doesn't want to get his ass whooped in the street. That's fair. Yeah. Third worlds always have strange bedfellows. That is true. That is true. I think I'll go ahead and end it here. I just want to make sure that Coach Red Pill, with all his dirty history, you're like, people are taking him seriously. It's like, you don't background this dude. It's like, come on, man. Anyway, that's all I got. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. See you later. A goodbye.